Alright,
Gives
so...
me more time about...
Wait, what?
It gives me more time to think about it.
Okay,
What
think about
might
things.
happen.
Alright, so... I guess Annabelle and Seven are having a conversation about the giant tank. Oh yeah, they're AFK. Still.
I'm here.
Okay, so I guess we... Okay, so there's Dogma. You guys have AFK buttons now, just so you know. It's in your bar, it's in your macros.
Annabelle would want to try and resurrect the group of guys, see if she can.
D100. Okay, actually, don't you have... You have the unique. It's your unique. So, rebirth failed. So...
How many times can I try that?
Just once. Because it's bringing back the recently dead, so you don't have enough. You only have one opportunity, and you failed the opportunity. Okay, so... And secondly, it's because they're elementals. You've never resurrected an elemental before, until now. So it was just experiment, and it failed.
Because if you resurrect them, you'll be mental.
Haha. Okay, well... So Seven is over there for reasons of his own.
Damn.
So it's like there's not enough left. What you mostly find is sand. I mean, like that's really what their body is composed of, is sand. And you already know what sand is composed of.
Fucking useless.
Damn it, Seven. You turned them to sand. Now I can't get them back.
No, it's not their turn to sand. That's what's left is sand. So sand and pieces of cloth.
You could say that they were blown away.
Okay, so and the worm can't be analyzed because it got turned into mulch because it exploded from the inside. Hold on, I gotta... You grab. Oops.
Can I check this thing's...
The D100. Well, do you want to do it yourself, or do you want to have a researcher do it? That's the question. Speaking of which, is there any buffs to research, or is it just it's always a random chance?
No,
I think it's just a random chance, isn't it?
Random chance? Let me go check the characteristics before I say anything. There might be... So... Yeah, it's a random chance, but when you get level 80, you get advanced research, which allows you to have a better level of research. So you get a better chance of research. It's like a plus 20 to your research skill.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm not researching it. I'm specific.
Yeah, that's why. Okay, so you're D100ing and he's researching. So go about it. So do you find anything different? Do another D100. So you're researching. Remember, Seven, you're not very adept with researching elementals. So.
Damn.
So you pick up the same level of dark occult magic as most of the things you're finding. So it's like corruption is spreading to even elementals.
Unusual.
And it springs to life.
Always springs to life.
So it's not.
Everything I touch
Let's
just
see.
springs
Do a
to life.
D3. Do a D3. Let's.
Okay, he's not going to do that then.
Okay. Annabelle has to do a D3. Okay, so friendly. So and she is dying. So it's like you saved me. Thank you. But my time is short.
Wait.
What?
What? I'm gonna try and stop her from dying.
So you're laughing and says she, okay, well that's a D100. Now you have to just try without. No, you can't. So she's fading. It's like they came, dark ones, dragonkin. I think black flight. They came and changed me. Then I changed them. You can tell, like, she's trying to hold back her emotions, like, all that suffering. Me, I caused it all.
Sorry, I'm back. All the suffering. Wait, so she was saying that the suffering that she caused, she was sorry about? Hello?
Is it me you're looking for?
Hello?
For Trig.
I
Hello.
still count on Danny to sing it. I mean,
What's going on?
what the fuck?
I'm just really confused at the moment. What?
Trig isn't here, I think, anymore.
You make me Robocop. Eat boop.
What the fuck?
Yay!
Oh, sorry about that. Trash. Anyway. So,
Okay, so I
she
can't
felt-
just blatantly save her life. Can I keep her alive long enough to take her back to the town?
D100. No. She's
What the
She's
is
dying
doing
right
for
then
us?
and there.
Um,
What are you doing?
One sec, I'm gonna re-roll my
infection
reload
is a
my
possibility.
Okay, so 7, you have a suggestion. What is your suggestion?
Well, I control her.
Okay, so you're thinking corrupting her. D100, can you actually... So your idea you think might work. So I guess you're going to... But this is kind of difficult because she's not flesh. She's, so are you thinking corruption might work on elementals as well?
Worth a try.
Within the realm of possibility, so... So that's his suggestion, Annabelle. Is you can't save her, but maybe he can make her into a thrall and maybe she'll live.
Why don't we check with the other elementals first?
Okay. D100, do you even have time to do so? Like, okay, so you have time to check with the other. She's not fading so fast that... So 7, when you do try the attempt, it will succeed. You can almost guarantee that. But
Hell yeah.
Annabelle's going to check with the other elementals.
Yeah,
So,
am I able to pick her up? She's sand.
D100, can you actually pick up a creature made of sand? No. So,
I sort of yell and say, I've got someone dying over here.
okay, so they're insensitive. They're still trying to get their heads together. So they might not be the best option to talk to.
I can just do it now and get it over with.
Okay, so 7's like he's keeps saying, you know, this we don't have time to deliberate. This is what we need to do.
What does corruption do?
So this is your symbiote talking. It's like we're just going to alter her genetic code so that she's able to live, but we might add a few suggestions into her brain.
Sand has genetics?
Well, I mean, it's still chemical composition, so in a way we're just playing with chemistry.
As long as you don't screw with her mind.
Okay. So 7, that's the conditions I guess Annabelle's making is don't mess with her mind. Keep her mind intact.
Ah.
Okay, so why, you had
Okay.
other plans?
But I'll put a condition in there
Okay.
that if I call, she has to come.
Okay. Yeah, that's it's like but her condition is keep her alive, don't change her mind. Your condition is that she's under my command.
Yeah.
So do you guys agree with those conditions?
I could do that.
So 7 can do that, Annabelle, what about you? Can you do that?
As long as you aren't in complete control of her, I'm...
Okay.
I guess.
He can't make that. It's like I can't make that promise. The control. It's like keeping her mind intact will mean that she. And it's like he's having a hard time explaining it. It's like, you know, it's really hard to explain this when you're not really a symbiote or someone of the lineage.
No guarantees on that aspect.
Yeah. So that's it's like, and so it's like, yes, we'll go with what the doctor said. There are no guarantees that we can do that. Her mind will be as resistant or not to our control. I'm going to use the minimum amount of control, but if her mind crumples to even the minimum, I can't really do anything about that.
Well, I guess we have to try.
Okay, so 7, he's converting your arm into something that looks like a needle. It's like, do what you have to do, doctor.
Alright. Okay, let's do this then.
Okay. So you don't have to roll on it because you already did. So you plunge. So describe to me what you're doing. I mean, are you just plunging the needle into her body, or
Into her skull.
so
Or
into her
what seems to be her
skull?
skull.
Yeah, and she like jolts when that happens.
Painful, I hope.
Yeah, and you can see that the like as it's like her body's starting to re-knit itself back together, but you can see that the sand is starting to corrupt. Not in a dark way, but in like your way.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, and she just rises like nothing happened.
Oh, there you go.
And remember, your arm is still in her head, so like you didn't retract the needle. And so she just casually just reaches up and pulls it out. It's like, thanks, doctor.
Pleasure.
How do you feel?
It's like, and she's got like a. When she opens her mouth, it's got fangs, like really sharp, distinct fangs. It's like, I feel fantastic.
Oh shit.
Fantastic.
You got some of that in there.
It's like, and so like you see that her arms are like shifting into different things, like blades and blunt weapons, and like she's like lifting sand out of the ground, then it's coming out like in like little objects. It's like, I feel more in control than I've ever felt.
Well, good. Very good. You see, she's alive. No problems.
Annabelle's sort of squinting.
Yeah. And she like bursts into sand, and then let's see, you basically feel yourself get tugged to this direction. It's like, doctor, you and I have a lot to talk about.
Uh-oh. What exactly is that?
She releases it's like, but not here. We'll do that some other time. So she's like starting to shift that way. It's like, I have people to guide.
Alright then.
So, and she just, she reaches out a
I'm
hand.
double check her for corruption.
Wait, what?
I'm just gonna double check her for corruption.
Okay, the 100. So you're chasing after her. You don't see any signs of corruption, and that is but you're not entirely sure. It's like, she may be corrupt, but she's corrupt in another way. Like, she's not corrupt to darkness, she's corrupt because Dr. Seven has control over her. Or at least he thinks he does. I don't know. It's still random. I mean, you just did it just now.
We could test that theory, if anything.
Yeah. So, you could, but do you really want to test that now?
This could be very dangerous.
It would make it too obvious.
So you're checking her, you don't see signs of corruption, and she's like spreading her arms, just like, my people, today is a new age. And so they're just like, they're having a hard time, like they're all just kind of mulling about. They're not really sensitive or anything like that. And then she just puts a hand to her face, like, fine. And she just reaches out, and she just, both her hands go out, and she does a downwards cast, and they all disappear into the sand.
Oh.
Okay.
That solves that problem.
And so, the one that's still around is like, was that necessary? And her answer is no, but it was very amusing.
Fuck yes.
So.
I made her insane.
It's like, oh. That's like, and so she's looking at Annabelle. It's like, oh, and thank you for trying, but and she's looking at her arms. It's like, we're not exactly creatures of flesh.
Yes, I'll have to work on that.
It's like, I don't think you want to, because that's a bit dangerous to your soul. But all right, whatever you feel like trying. And so she makes a quip. It's like, you're the type of girl that likes danger, huh?
Yes.
It's like, good, that's a good personality. It's probably why you're an adventurer. And then she looks at him, it's like, you can explain everything to them. I have other matters to attend to.
Mm-hmm.
So like, and then she just starts walking to what's the tank thing. That she just like remember, she can turn into sand, and then she just like goes into the sand, into the hatch.
What do the other ones think of
So
this?
he's like, what have you done to her? She's never been this bombastic.
Yes, something.
She starts whistling and walking away. Nothing happened.
And so he's like, he's not noticing you walking away. Just he's still focused on Annabelle.
I wouldn't fully trust her anymore.
It's like, I mean, she was it's like, she is our queen. She was the queen of the sands, and yet now she's never been like this.
May have to find a new queen.
So it's like, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I mean, this is a great change. Normally she's so stern, so controlling. Now, she's just so open. Almost like a different person.
The problem might be that the person who fixed her I do not fully trust.
It's like, what do you mean?
He has a lot of very bad tendencies.
Okay. It's like, well, it could be worse. I mean, we could have lost her forever and have to come up with a new queen.
That may have been the better option.
It's like, and so he shakes his head. It's like, well, you know very little of elementals in general.
But I know
It's like, and he literally walks through you, like he turns to sand, and then he goes by you, and he's on the other side. It's like, but I digress. We should likely head to shelter. It's been a long journey for you, I can tell.
Sigh.
Okay, so you're just gonna remount Squirtle. What am I? Me personally, I'm gonna try to. Let's see, I'm gonna try to ride. I tried to ride the tank, but it's too smooth. I can't really get a grip. So I'm like touching it and stuff, and knocking on it, but I can't get a good grip on it because I'm used to walking on land. Because it's really smooth.
Trees and metal don't go together.
Yep. It's like I'm tapping on it. It's like, Doctor, are you in there?
Yes.
Okay. Where you get contraption? Just never seen like this.
Somewhere.
Okay. So yeah, they're taking your hints now. Now that they're not going to give away anything that you don't want to tell them.
Exactly.
Okay, so.
Hope they do get those little hints.
Okay. And so I just shrug and I just move on. Danny, are you going to do anything before we head back to town?
No,
No?
I'm fine.
Moving on. So the sand elemental's going to ride with you. Like he just pointed and then they moved on.
So we're gonna bring this convoy back to a village.
Yep.
Nice.
D100, are there any more encounters beyond the one we just had?
Uh-oh.
It's Annabelle. Yep. Do a D3. Or do a D4 and then do a D3. It's never that easy, is it? So how far do we get? So D4 is going to be near the end of the journey. We're going to encounter another encounter. It's going to be friendly.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, thank God, yeah. It's fun. It's going to be over. We finally made it. And it's the battle is done. And it's over. And the pins and needles are done. So we make it to the town and we encounter a friendly. You can have several guesses at who the friendly is. It's someone you know. That's the only hint I'm gonna give you.
Batman.
No. You and Bat? Do you actually want to have Batman in this game, or someone similar to Batman?
Oh shit.
All right. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'll think about it.
Maybe Deadpool.
Okay, or Deadpool-like characters. So anyway, so you see Grimmauld on his way back from. It's like, oh, you guys again. What the hell you doing out here?
Can't you see the giant tank? 4 giant turtles.
So he succeeded in his hunt, and he took out a single target. So, like, alright, I'm just collecting money. It's a good 800 favor in my pocket.
Good for you.
He is heading the other way, so it's like, right, I see you're just a inhospitable wench as you used to be, so I'll be on my way.
Good that we understand each other.
Yeah. Remember, you and Grimmauld don't like each other, so he's accepting that. It's like, just go with it.
Just calling me a wench.
Yep.
People these days, no respect.
Alright. So I'm moving us all to the village. The village is getting real crowded. I don't think we can hold this many more things. Sains, is now your turn, because you are... Now that we're back at the village. That we're all back at the village. So... Did I just spawn them on top of you?
No.
Okay.
Just not.
No, I think I did. Yeah, I did.
Got trampled.
You spawned them on.
Okay, so where are we going to
when
deposit
two
the
dragons.
giant turtles?
We're gonna have to build a stable of some kind at some point.
Okay. So they're just going to be camped over here. I mean, there's not a lot of room in this village.
They better not smell like shit near my hut. I swear to God.
They're not near your hut. They're like there. Sains and them are over there. The steam tail. Are you gonna move this? Because near the. Are you gonna move it into the workshop where it's next to the barracks? That's where we're having a. That's where our temporary workshop is until we build an actual workshop. Or are you just
Would you be
gonna
able to
drive it
fix
into
it
the
near the
civilian town?
Yeah, I might drive it into civilian town.
Okay. All of you
Repair
roll
it there.
initiative because we're back in town now. Where's where at? There's where at.
There's 2 of us in some locations.
We'll delete your copies, the ones that are old. Okay, so that's 4 out of 5. Danny, you're the last one that we need. We need the last. You need initiative.
Oh,
Stop staying up too late. We need you alive for this.
So,
Okay, so it's gonna be okay. So we're gonna go with Sains, and then we're gonna continue from that order. So. Remember, you and Arrow parted ways. And where is he going to be? My thing is slowing down. It's probably because of the amount of assets that are loading on the page. It's too many assets. Okay, there we go. So, Arrow's not the type to go to the bar. He's actually going to be in the training yard. Like, they're just chilling. So, him and 2 dragons, and you don't know what's happening there. The Sand Spirit is going to head to the hovel, so he's actually going to get more information. Okay, so the Sand Spirit's going to head to the hovel. The Swamp Turtles are going to be right there. You're going to drive that thing through the town. It's a pretty big spectacle. I mean, they've never seen a steam tank before. So you just kind of park it in a... Are you like rolling over buildings?
No.
Okay, so you're just like using it through... Where's the rest of your crew?
Good question.
They're there. So you're just using it through... And so, So everybody like Strom does like a beeline straight for the hut.
I guess she wanted to sleep.
Yeah, or something like you don't know. And so so Frifa kind of like you. I guess are you all watching that? Do a D100. Are you watching that? Okay, so no, you're not watching that. But she leans in and says she had to go to the bathroom. She didn't go to the bathroom that whole time.
Oh, sweet God.
Okay. It's like,
Don't
yeah,
piss
at
on
least
the
she
heart.
made it. She didn't just go in the jungle. She probably should have just went in the jungle, but well, whatever.
Guess not, huh?
So, and she like pulls out a scroll and she hands it to you. It's like, this is the parts manifest I need to get this thing fully operational.
Alright. So
So
I'll take that then.
So just add that to your items. And the parts manifest is you need a lot of metal to replace the hull plating that was destroyed. You need to replace the hatch door that you didn't recover because you had to get out of there in a hurry. You need to rework the gunnery systems because they blew up. And it's just a lot of refurbishing and stuff, and let's see, is there a favor cost involved? No, it's going to be part acquisition. You have to actually go to specialists and get the proper parts.
No. Alright then.
So, no, you won't be spending you'll be spending favor at the part vendors, but you need to go find part vendors.
No. Great.
So, now onwards to Sains. So Sains, where did you end up? Besides you came back to town, and your armor's still shit, because it got destroyed. Or it got half destroyed.
Well, the first thing I'm gonna do is hand the backpack back to Uski.
Oh, head to Uski?
Yeah.
Well, it's like, and he nods, it's like, oh, I see you've got the materials.
Yeah.
Okay. It's
There
like,
you go.
and my contact contacted me back, and he says that you are now charged with, let's see, he looks down and he reads it. He's like, well, I think you would want to read this, and he hands you a note.
Well, I tried to read it.
A100. So you don't understand it, but yeah, none of you understand it. It's like, can you read that? Can I read that? I can't read that because Oso's looking at it too.
Can I read it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can read the drinks. Are you actually like tailing him? Dogma?
Oh.
Are you tailing? Did you tail him to where he was going in the exotic?
Guess so.
Okay, so because this is a matter of dragons, and so you find it interesting. You find it interesting, so you might as well just tail him. So, and then I guess Dogma reaches over and snatches the note, and he reads it real quick. What is it's on the note it says, this Sains is charged with continuing the Blue Dragon line, which means having at least to roll a D100. Let's see how much they said you would do. That's for Sains. Okay, so roll a high number, D10.
Why don't I like this?
Okay, so it said you need half and half. You need to have at least 5 male and 5 female children to continue the Blue Dragon line. So, and it's like that's why he had 2 members of his group go with you, not just to preserve their dragons, but to have children with. And so, Danny, what is your response? Because you're the only one that's reading this. So you're just like, huh?
I guess I'll just take my hand and put it on his shoulder. And I'm
Okay.
like, I feel you, bro.
I feel you,
I
bro.
don't even know what's on there.
Yeah, you don't even know what it says. So Sains' response is, what does it say?
Well, you gotta have a big family, man.
Okay.
I'm proud of you.
So Dogma's not making any sort of sense. It's like, so Sains is like, so what does that mean?
Okay. It says you need to get 5 girls and 5 boys. Pass on your lineage as Blue Dragon.
Okay. And so Uski kind of reaches over and is like, oh, give me that. So, are you just going to leave now?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's just going to walk out after that. So it's like, what he's trying to say is that, yes, the defender, that Blue Dragon, the patriarch that you found had tasked you with continuing the Blue Dragon line, which means you need to have 5 male and 5 female children. At least that's what he said. It's like, but it's written as a request. It's not really written as a demand. It's not like you have to do it.
Or else.
So he like scrunches it up and tosses it aside. It's like, truth be told, it seems a little underhanded to me. I mean, you're barely. So he's like pointing. He's pointing at also. It's like you're barely doing anything with her, let alone two complete strangers.
Well, I'm taking things slow. So
Kagabashi no Jutsu.
It's like, no, he's not thinking slow. He's thinking too far ahead. He's thinking that you'll just bend that. He's thinking on the lines of tradition, but we'll see what happens. So it's like, my advice is consider it, but don't put too much thought into it.
Well, I'm got to have to my organ repaired, so I walk over to Groove.
Okay, so you walk over to Groove, and he walks over and he like sniffs in. Because, you know, that's how we always, if it's Dragonkin, that's his habit, is he'll walk over and he'll sniff you and check your, like, he'll determine more from your scent than if you actually said anything. So it's like, so you've met our blue Dragonkin up to the southwest.
Yeah.
Okay. And by the smell, I'd say, And he like looks over your shoulder and also, I was like, so that's complicated. All right. So, and like he just walks away pondering. He doesn't even explain himself.
Someone repair my organ here.
Okay, so yeah, that's Sal. It's like, don't mind the old man. He's been doing that recently. I don't know why. I ask him and he doesn't tell me.
He's getting senile.
So, free, do a D100. Free or not free? So, free, it's just minor dents. So it's just, this is just a few dents. I'll just hammer this here, hammer this there. Maybe add a little bit of this to that, and boom. There you go. Armor's back.
Thanks.
Yeah. It's like, don't mention it. I mean, you're doing this for us, right? That's what I assume.
Of course.
Oh. Well, it's like, well, then I don't need to charge you every time.
Well,
so he's just like, he goes back to hammering. It's like, but still, I'm holding you up. You might want to get some rest. I mean, there's likely going to be more work for you in the future, and so he like leans in and it's like, judging by your situation, I think you're going to need as much rest as you can get. If you catch my drift.
Long day ahead of you.
I catch it. Well, first of all,
like,
I'm gonna report.
And he's hammering. He's like idly talking. It's like, my advice is just go with it. Just go with what your heart thinks. But then he's like hammering. It's like, but then again, you're trying to interject, but he's one long stream of thought. It's like, but then again, what do I know? I've never dated anyone.
That's sort of sad.
Yeah. So he's continuing his life story. It's like, I've never had time. My life has been dedicated to blacksmithing, and you saw the war that we went through. I haven't had time to really settle down, nor do I have the inclination to do so.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Well, it's like, well, anyway, I'm keeping you, so good day.
Yeah. See you later.
Okay, so so you tried to interject, but he just kept on going and going.
Wait, where the hell did I go?
You're over there. Doop, doop, doop.
Yeah, but I was walking to Troy.
Okay, where are you going? Oh, you're trying to go. So you're trying to pursue what Crew was talking about.
Wait, what?
I don't know. Where are you going? Just
Troy.
Okay, well, march yourself to Troik. You just speak up,
I was
man.
on my way, and then suddenly my check.
Somebody's got a beer can.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. So, Annabelle, Squirtle's going to be right there. Let's see, improvements? Yes. So now there's been minor improvements, but it's not large. Like, it's enough for Squirtle to have somewhere to sleep, but it's not super comfortable.
Okay.
It's like an improvement upon it. So it's like kind of you just march him in there, and then I guess you get off. So you all went to see Troik, so now there's like 3 people in there. And so Troik looks good, but he looks exhausted. It's like, oh, you're here. Okay, goodbye. he's trying to go out the door.
No.
Yeah, so you like stop him. It's like, no, come back here. Okay. It's like, look, this is not my job. I don't want to do it anymore. I want to go. So good day.
No, we have other things to talk about.
It's like, oh, fine. What is it?
Same
It's like,
secret
let's
stuff.
start. It's like, let's start with you and the bug lady.
She has a name, you know.
Okay. It's like, okay, fine. Let's start with you and Oso.
Well, I went to the Blade Spires, found some dragons.
Okay. It's like, yes, I already knew about all of this. I mean, what do you take me for? Some uninformed nitwit?
No, but, well,
It's like, there are certain things I am not privy to tell you because certain residences don't like their information to be aired at all times. So it's like, and he's pointing at you, it's like, you have caused some trouble around here. Prying into everyone's little secrets. That is a dangerous habit, you know? Not everybody wants their laundry aired.
wait, what?
So it's like, it's not a matter of you've been doing it, it's a matter of you have a questioning nature. And if it so happens that your quest goes along the lines of certain people, certain knowledge will be extracted.
Well,
It's like, so tame that curiosity of yours. Do it in moderation. You're far too curious for your own good. It's like, and so he turns around and points at Annabelle. It's like, now, what do you want?
We need a meeting.
Why? You know I don't like
Lots of
Limus.
things.
You don't like Limus. No one likes Limus.
But he has to know, and a meeting is the best way to do it.
It's like, and then he just starts, I'll get it arranged.
Thank you. Hold me in
So,
the keep.
so it's like, is there anything, he's doing it flustered, is there anything else?
I can get back to my job now?
Okay, and so he kind of slowly nudges you aside. It's like, get out of my way. And you could see, like, as he's stepping away, like, his spirits are lifting. It's like, freedom!
well, my job is on then.
Yeah.
I
Alright,
walked
so,
back over to
technically,
Ian.
were you getting paid for any of that, Saints?
Yes, I was.
Okay, so
500
that was
favor.
considered a moderate journey, so that's a 2. And boom. Free level up, 200 favor,
Drake.
one item. What?
You even rolled on that and it came out 500 favor.
Okay, fine. We'll go with the traditional roll. Well, that means that you know what this got delegated to, right? Or was that no? But I have to redo that because that's a long journey. All right. Well, next time you need to lead off with that, saying, you know, we decided on this earlier.
I'll put it in my memories page.
Okay. So, did you get the free level up? Oh yeah, each one's gonna give you a level up. You're gonna get no, you're not gonna get 500 favor was for Grimmaul. Or no, Grimmaul was
No, for
400
me.
favor for you. So each one's gonna give you half a favor bar. So you get 500 favor, and you don't get the one item. You get a guaranteed level, and you get 500 favor. So you don't get more reward.
Sure.
So that's what you get.
Yeah.
And so
Well,
that means this got relegated to us, but this is wrong because our adventure was a long adventure because we went 2 different zones, the long distance. You just went a diagonal. We went straight 2 zones. So we got 3, and we got no free level up, but we got triple the reward, which is 600 favor. And we got 2 items, which allows us to get 2 level ups.
Wait,
That
so
includes me, right?
So that's that I don't know. D100 does that include you, Dr. Seven?
Oh, fuck.
Yep.
Yes!
I'm just so close. So close to failure. Alright, so.
600 favor?
Yeah, 600 favor each for Annabelle, Dogma, Whereat, and 7. Those are the ones who get 600 favor. Plus, you get 2 items, which could be 2 level ups.
Yep.
Or however. Okay, so Sanes, you get 500 favor and a free level up.
Don't add a 500 favor, can spend it on the free level up.
Okay, so
on
you
two
have a
level
free level
ups.
up, so you mean 2 level ups.
Yeah, so level
so-
14.
So there's your
I'm
favor
level
bars.
9?
Wait,
Well, these
Annabelle,
people
what
are
happened to
level
your
14
favor?
and shit?
Wait, what?
Holy shit.
I've already spent it.
This man is level 14 already?
Who?
Holy
Yes.
shit.
What, Sanes? Yeah, he is. He's been playing like consistently every day that we have the session. And plus he's just like he does the weekday sessions where we have like an hour to go and decide things. So that's how he's basically negotiating better rewards during the week.
You sneaky
And
bastard.
and also it's not sneaky. It's when we can get on in the weekday. And it doesn't always happen. I mean, sometimes we don't make the 2 hours.
Damn.
It happens.
Well,
All right, so
I've spent already everything.
why'd you roll that?
Because now I got the 80.
You have what?
Because now I got the 80 in weapon skill.
Okay. So now I have to change that. The macro just doesn't change. I have to change it manually. Okay,
Apparently I'm the
so
only person that's going to be around.
no, I have to change it manually because it's actually you're supposed to have 100 damage now that you have 80 weapon skill. Okay, I'll have to rework all your stuff. Why does you didn't hit enter? Your weapon skill is still the same.
Ah, shit.
So go back and hit enter on that.
Oh, wait.
Because it says 60 still. There we go. Just hit enter on all your all your characteristics so that it enters. It's really for me because I can't see what you do unless you hit enter. Alright, so